Memphis has the international airport. As much as everybody want to throw salt at the city of Memphis, Memphis is the city with all of the resources here in Shelby County. And that's why a lot of people want to get their hands on Shelby County when they started talking about trying to become a metro area because they want to absorb all of the resources that they have here in the city of Memphis under one umbrella into, I think Mayor Strickland once wrote a paper about Neshoba. Neshoba. Remember Neshoba and trying to go metro. One of the other things that I kind of wanted to talk about prior to me bringing Pastor Hunter on as well was there is an initiative by some of the individuals on the city council. And those individuals want to actually extend the term limits for the mayor of the city of Memphis. They want to extend the term limits for the city councilman here in the city of Memphis. I think it was back in 2008. The citizens of the city of Memphis actually went to the polls and they voted to limit the terms that an individual could actually run for office. Because prior to that, you had individuals that actually ran for office and they were able to stay in office indefinitely. But those individuals that came in office at that time, and Mayor Strickland was one of those individuals, actually voted to stop the term or implement the term limits. I believe that was Mayor Strickland at the time, Edmund Ford Jr., Wanda Halbert, Kemp Conrad. That was at the same time, I believe, that Mayor Harrington actually won the race. And I believe he resigned a couple of weeks after that. So they want to extend the term limits for individuals that are actually running for office. Now, Martavius Jones, Councilman Martavius Jones, led the initiative to get a referendum placed on the ballot. So you guys are probably going to be voting on this. Placed on the ballot to extend the term limits. Now, I just find it ironic that Councilman Martavius Jones and Mayor Jim Strickland, their terms are up. They have run for 2 consecutive terms. They won both consecutive terms, and the term limits for them is about to go into effect. So they cannot run under the auspices of the current resolution or the current laws or the current constitution. But what they want to do is to put it before the people again to extend the term limits, which would actually allow them the ability to be able to run for a 3rd term. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but me personally, Mike Williams, taxpayer, individual who served my country for 21 years, served the Memphis Police Department for 21 years, and I am still in government service at this time. No, I don't mean no harm. It's time for some new blood. It's time for somebody else to take us in another direction. When we talk about crime, crime has not gotten better. It has not gotten under control. It's gotten worse. I'm not knocking. Yeah, I am knocking. I don't know what the crime plan is. You've had 8 years to get it together. It is not together. So me, as an informed voter and someone who watches what's going on, I think it's time to give somebody else another opportunity. I think Mayor Strickland has done an excellent job in revitalizing the downtown area, but I don't live in the downtown area. I live on the outskirts of the downtown area. Actually, I live out in Cordova, which Cordova is getting bad when you talk about crime as opposed to crime decreasing. In my book, crime has escalated. When we talk about carjackings, when we talk about uh, theft of motor vehicles, and it's even getting worse downtown. Uh, Mayor Strickland brought in a new police chief. And I'm not knocking C.J. Davis right now because I don't care who you bring in here unless you allow the police chief the ability to have some teeth to be able to fight this crime, then it's never going to work. Now, we get upset because, we want reform and we want to muzzle the police and we don't want them treating our citizens bad. I'm going to tell you something. I had a conversation the other day, and I don't want any police officers, listen to me, as a former police officer, as the former president of the Police Association, I have never, nor will I ever, condone any officer that is acting outside the scope of the law or they're being overzealous with a citizen of the city of Memphis. Because I live in the city of Memphis, my children live in the city of Memphis, my sisters, my cousins, all of my relatives, except for those that live out of town, live right here in the city of Memphis. And I don't want them to ever be afraid of the police, and I don't want them subjected to any mistreatment because of the color of their skin or because some police officers pissed off and having a bad day that day. When you do that, you deserve to suffer the consequences that are afforded you. But I am also going to tell you that I am an individual that don't believe in allowing individuals the ability to break the law either. I don't believe in defending individuals that break the law. And that's kind of where we have gotten. We've gotten to the place to whereas we defend wrong. We defend wrong because they're our sons. We defend wrong because they're our daughters or our grandchildren. We defend wrong because they're our brothers and our sisters. When you talk about all the crime that is occurring here in the city of Memphis, guess who's committing the crime? I'm waiting. It's our kids. It's our nieces and nephews. Well, when you talk about these guys running around with the Dracos and they running around in the Infinities and they running around pushing the dope and they running around gang banging and they running around shooting into crowds and different things like that, guess who they are? They're our kids. They're our grandkids. They're our nieces. They're our nephews. They're our brothers. They're our sisters. And I don't mean any harm, but most of them are African American. But guess who the victims are? African American. I don't condone wrong. I don't care who it is. I don't care what your color is. I don't care what your nationality is. I don't care if you're black or white. I don't care if you're green, yellow, or you're made of cheese. I don't care if you're Hispanic, Asian, Muslim. I don't care. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. And until we allow law enforcement the ability to crack down on some of this crime, and I keep telling y'all all the time, it's not going to be pretty, but you got to have somebody in charge that's going to hold everybody accountable. You're going to hold the police accountable for their actions. As long as they're policing in the manner that they're supposed to police, you need to back them. Now, if they're wrong, you need to get them. But you also need to hold the citizens accountable. If the citizens are right, back them. Don't allow anybody to violate their civil rights. Don't allow anybody to disrespect our elders. Don't allow anybody to disrespect law-abiding citizens. Don't allow people to profile. But see, we can't have it both ways. And see, and that's where we've gotten stuck right now. Because we want to advocate for everything. We want to advocate. All men eat white people. All maim these black people. It's people. It's people that are committing crimes. Regardless of who they are, they need to be held accountable. And until we start holding them accountable, when we put that moratorium on juvenile court, and I'm going to get out of here and go to a commercial break in a second, and we're going to bring Pastor Hunter on. But when they put that moratorium on juvenile court, that's when we started to lose it. Because let me tell you, they're catching 13-year-old individuals out here carrying guns. They're taking 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds out here that are committing armed robbery. They're committing carjackings. They're committing auto theft of a vehicle, motor theft of a vehicle. They're committing a whole lot of crimes. And what do? We pick them up. We take them to juvenile court. Have the parents come sign for them because of the moratorium that was done. Because we're saying that the disparity and young black kids have been done wrong. I agree. We don't need to mistreat young black kids. But there has to be some accountability. When they already know that if they get locked up, we're going to say, well, they're a victim of their environment. And then you got a point system that you have to go by before a police officer can even take a juvenile to juvenile court anymore here in the city of Memphis because of the moratorium. Once again, you can't have it both ways. We are creating career criminals here in the city of Memphis by allowing these young people to go in and out of the system, and there are no repercussions. We have created an environment that is not conducive to law-abiding citizens, tourists coming into this city, being able to enjoy all of those great things that I talked about Memphis in the beginning. The football games, the basketball games, the Beale Street. People are afraid to go on Beale Street. People are afraid to go downtown. Crime is getting so bad. And a lot of times that they're so afraid to go downtown, they're afraid to leave their cars down there because they don't know if they're going to get broken into. You hear about all of this activity where 10, 15, 20, 30 cars have been broken into on Beale Street or downtown area or down in the South Bluff or anywhere around here. Until we get elected officials that truly care about all of the citizens of Memphis, and not just the affluent, not just those ones that can contribute to your campaign. Some of the best ones are probably going to be those individuals that can't raise money. Because, see, a lot of us citizens, we don't give individuals that truly mean well and that are trying to do right and have your best interests at heart, we don't support them. Just like some of these grassroots organizations, it is so hard for them to get funding, grants, backing, money. And they're the ones that are out there in the community on a daily basis working to bring some semblance of normalcy to these citizens that are out here in the community. But they don't have the resources, and they can't get the resources. And then we have some of these big organizations that get all of the resources and don't do anything. Oh, excuse me. Did I say that? Yeah, I meant to. Wow. I just had to get some of that off my chest. But we're going to go ahead on, and we're going to take a commercial break. And I'm going to bring Pastor Hunter up here. And we're going to talk about Touched by an Angel, an organization.
Hey folks, it's Issa Haddad here. I got some good news and a special invitation for you to come see me here at Sunrise Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with new, pre-owned, and certified vehicles to choose from. I can get you finance when no one else can. Come on by, bring your family. I treat you like family. Come see me, Issa, here at the #1 dealership in the Mid-South, 4605 Houston Levy Road, Sunrise, Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with hundreds of vehicles to choose from, pre-owned, new, and certified.
Good news from Sunrise Chevrolet. Get in your new vehicle today. Come on in, ask for Issa. Bankrupt, slow pay, bad credit, it's okay. Let Issa put you in your brand new truck or car today when you shop at Sunrise Chevrolet, Collierville.
And don't forget, ask for me, Issa.
For over 20 years, OPOX has been keeping the Mid-South
warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
OPOX is family owned and operated, so our family will take care of yours every step of the way. And right now, you can double up and save. Buy a new AC unit and get 50% off a new furnace to match it. Count on OPOX for fast and professional heating and cooling services. Count on OPOX.
What's going on, Memphis? I'd like to welcome you to Memphis 360, the television show that likes to go from the boardroom to the streets. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I have a special guest in the studio tonight, an individual that's out here working in the community, a young man who is doing great, wonderful things out in Orange Mound, and I'd like to introduce Pastor Hunter. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Tell us a little bit about you, Pastor Hunter. Where are you from originally and all of that good stuff?
I'm from Wisconsin. I came here in 1996, had my job transfer driving city bus.
Okay.
And it all started from right there.
So you drive Metro?
Metro.
Or MATA?
Yeah, MATA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still driving MATA?
No, I took an early retirement to start Touched by an Angel.
Okay. So you're from Wisconsin. You
Yes.
migrated to Memphis.
Yes.
Transferred jobs, worked for MATA,
Yes.
all of that good stuff. And now you are running Touched by an Angel.
Touched by an Angel.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about Touched by an Angel. What
Well-
made you want to do Touched by an Angel?
Well, actually, most people don't know I come from a large family. My mother had 21 children.
Whoa, stop. What?
My mother had 21 children.
21.
Yes.
Wow.
So I
Okay.
know what it feels like to go without, especially around Christmas time. I know what it feels like not to have a gift. And I believe in order to help people, you have to have some type of experience of going through what they're going through.
Okay.
And I told God if he ever blessed me,
Mhm.
I would never forget where I come from.
Wow. Okay. All right. So when did you start Touched by? Well, hold on. Yeah. When did you start Touched by an Angel?
I started on driving the city bus.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
When I was driving MATA, during the winter, it was cold outside. It was let a lot of people, homeless people, ride the bus for free. I can do it now. My boss, I'm not working there, so I can,
Wait a minute. Hold
I
on.
can tell it now.
Hold on, Pastor Hunter. You said you let people ride the MATA bus for free?
Yes.
To let them get on, huh?
Yeah, letting them get on. It was cold, so I would let a lot of them get on
Okay.
during the winter to keep warm.
Okay.
And I started bringing extra lunches
Oh, wow.
because I knew some of the homeless people was hungry.
Right.
Hungry. So,
Right.
and that's how it all began right then and there. So.
Okay. So, hey, y'all, Pastor Hunter was letting folks get on MATA for free, man. But I ain't mad at you, because, you know, when you truly think about it, MATA is, these are the type of things that run me crazy.
Yes.
MATA is a public transportation system that is actually owned and funded by the city of Memphis
That's
and Shelby
right.
County.
Absolutely.
Which means that you're utilizing citizens' tax dollars
Absolutely.
to be able to fund these. And I'm sure that they get some federal funds, you know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yes.
But I know for a fact that even Mayor Lee Harris right now is trying to get some funds out of the county's coffers to be able to help and assist MATA. And you know, the crazy part about it, Pastor, When I was coming up,
Uh-huh.
everybody didn't have cars like we got cars
Right.
now, especially in the African American community.
Right.
And I used to take girls on dates on the bus. When I was in high school,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But the buses ran.
They ran.
You had bus routes, you had buses going everywhere.
Yes.
People actually utilized the bus system.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people don't use the buses, not like they used to.
Right,
But
right.
that's because they don't have the routes that they had,
That's
and it
right.
does not take them where they need to go.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's kind of a moot point
Uh-huh.
to have a bus system, and the bus system is not necessarily beneficial to the needs of the citizens of this county. Okay, so you started Touched by an Angel while you were a bus driver
Yes.
at MATA, and you were letting people ride for free, y'all.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
The ones that couldn't afford it, they would get on the bus and say, "Bus driver, I'm being honest, I don't have no money today."
Okay.
And I just say to them, "I thank you for being honest.
Right.
Have a seat."
Okay. Okay, so that's where it started.
Absolutely.
Okay, so then what happened?
What happened is I started giving out food out of the trunk of my car.
Wow.
I would go to some of the roughest neighborhood. I would watch the TV, and I find out there was a murder over there, and I would load up my trunk with bread, cakes. With the trunk of my car, I go into some of the roughest neighborhood, and believe it or not, some of the dangerous people become my best friend
Exactly.
because people are looking for love.
Because, well, not only that, they see you care.
Care, absolutely.
They see you care.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You were just saying, comes from the heart.
It comes from absolutely.
When you go out here, and even when you're dealing with these thugs or you're dealing with the leaders of
Yes.
the sub community,
Yes.
when they see
Uh-huh.
your sincerity as opposed to you coming in trying to get something, a lot of times they will definitely try to help aid and assist. Who is Elo Aya Hunter?
That's my daughter in Brazil.
Oh, wow.
My
Hello. She's in Brazil?
Yes, they're in Brazil now.
Oh, so they're watching you from Brazil.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So now you're going into these neighborhoods and you're feeding people. Okay, what else?
Yes. Well, when I started going into the neighborhoods, I noticed one day a TV station pull up, and I said, "What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
They said, "We want to do a story on you. We hear you in some of the roughest neighborhood feeding people."
Wow.
And they did one story, and it just took off from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So now you started this organization,
Yes.
Touched by an Angel.
Yes.
You're getting recognition
Yes.
because you're feeding people out of your...
Absolutely.
Woo!
Absolutely. And what I
Man.
love about Touched by an Angel, we go where nobody wants to go, and we do what nobody wants to do. Touched by an Angel, we used to give away a used car once a month when I first started. People started donating me cars. I would surprise people with a used car, and I gave away one house because I was getting...
Hold on. You gave away a house.
I was getting so many houses donated at the time.
Are you serious?
But I had to stop because I couldn't keep putting my money into it to get it fixed. But the point is, when I go into some of the roughest neighborhood, they be so surprised because they say most of the church people are afraid to go into the neighborhood.
Wow.
And when I go into the neighborhood, they show me so much love until God had to show me the work is not in the church. The work is out of the church.
Stop, Doc.
And
Stop.
I've seen so many people not going into the hood, but they will ride around the hood.
Oh,
In
Lord.
order to change the hood, we got to go into the hood.
Stop it.
And I get so many calls from different people saying I'm going to be marching because I'm tired of the crime. I say marching ain't going to stop crime. You got to go into the hood where the crime at and talk to that young man, talk to that young lady. You'll be surprised if people just want to know that somebody care.
Oh, Doc, come on now.
I found out so many people that they already been touched by the devil. So I decided we're coming in the neighborhood and let them know you've been touched by an angel.
You know, that'll preach.
That's right.
That'll preach, Doc. Touched by an angel.
Amen.
That'll preach.
Amen.
So then you started going into the neighborhood. You're giving away houses. You're
Yes.
giving away cars.
Yes.
People donating stuff to
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
Ooh, just being blessed.
Absolutely. And every year, Mother's Day, Christmas, we find the oldest lady in the city of Memphis. And we bless her with a recliner chair, slippers, a crown. We never did nothing but Father's Day, but this Father's Day, we're going to make it exciting for the fathers.
And this is why I definitely wanted to bring Pastor Hunter on, because he didn't actually come on the show, but he had got back in touch with me because I was an individual that had the opportunity, and I kind of stumbled on it during Christmas, last Christmas. A young man named Anthony asked me to come out and help. And I'm like, help what? And he said, well, we going out to the corner of Airways and Ketchum. And young Dolph had not been too long killed right there at Airways and Ketchum. And I said, you want me to do what? He said, come out to Airways and Ketchum. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, what y'all doing? Well, Pastor Hunter, he's out here. He's going to give away these bicycles. He's going to give away food. He got these, he got that, and people such. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, see, I used to patrol that area as a police officer. That was 724's ward. I used to hang out at that Dixie Queen, those apartments back there. I stayed in them. I used to hang out at the Shell right there. I ate at the, back then, the Church's Chicken right there. I hung out at the car wash up the street. I hung out at the motorcycle club up there a little bit further, Dwight and Airways. Know the place. Pendleton Place Apartments, Willow Oaks, all of that. I rode out there for 8 years. So I said, you know what? I said, it'd probably be good to go back out there and see some of my old people. So I told Anthony, I said, man, I tell you what, I'm going to go back out there. I'll be out there.
Okay.
A lot of people was concerned about me going out there. It was like, Michael, hold up, stop. Don't go out there. Even my son, who's a police officer, and at that time, I'm trying to think if he was riding in that area. But he was like, Dad, you sure you want to go back out there? You know people know you the police. And you know sometimes people aren't friendly to the police. But you know what I told him? I didn't treat nobody bad out there.
That's right.
I didn't. I didn't treat nobody bad out there, so I wasn't really so concerned about something happening. But, you know, the thing had happened with young Dolph. And I'm glad that I did come because I did run into a lot of people. It was a lot of people came through your line that knew me. And a lot of the young guys that came through with the young girls, believe it or not, they were like, hey, Mr. Williams, thank you.
Wow.
Hey, Mr. Williams, thank you.
Wonderful.
You know, hey, Mr. Williams, thank you. I had young men come up to me and say, I remember when you patrolled out here. You were a decent guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, anyway, so that day, Pastor Hunter gave away bicycles.
Yeah.
I mean, it was families that came through the line. It was African-American, Hispanic, Caucasian.
Yes.
It was everybody came out, stopped by, wanted to know how they could get the bikes, how they could do this. And they had connexes full of food, connexes full of food, trucks full of food, bread everywhere, cereal everywhere, all kinds of stuff. And then the other good thing, y'all had cleaning supplies.
Yes.
You had cleaning supplies so people could sanitize their houses and sanitize areas and stuff like that. So that was great.
Yeah.
So that's what Pastor Hunter and Touched by an Angel did this Christmas. And how many bikes did y'all give away?
About 200.
And how many, well, we ain't gonna even talk about the food. 'Cause people just kept coming until everything was gone. So when he called me this time, I said, sure, I'll be back out there. And I said, guess what? Because he's gonna do it, well, I'll let him tell you.
Yeah.
So when is this gonna happen?
It's going to happen Saturday.
This Saturday?
This Saturday at 12 o'clock noon, the 18th. And we're just going to, I'm going to even barbecue this time. We're gonna hook it up for the brothers this time.
So you're gonna fire up the grill.
I'm gonna fire up the grill. I'm gonna give out food baskets. I may even have someone there singing. Also, I'm gonna give a certificate to one of my favorite volunteers. He's always showing up. So we're just gonna have some fun.
Okay.
We're gonna show the men that somebody's concerned about them.
Yeah.
And make them feel like if I'm not being a father, after I leave Touched by an Angel, I'm going to go back home and be a better father.
I want to be a better father.
Better father. And that's what it's all about, encouraging us men to stand up and be men.
So this is for the fathers.
The fathers, but anybody can come and get a food basket, but the barbecue is for the fathers.
Oh, so the barbecue is for the fathers.
Yeah.
All right.
But this food basket is for anyone.
Okay, so what you're saying is anybody can come get food.
Absolutely.
This is going to be Saturday the 18th.
Yes.
At the corner of Airways and Ketchum. Hey, let your people know. At the corner of Airways and Ketchum, Touched by an Angel is going to be hosting an event for the community. They're going to be giving away food baskets. That's for anybody. But he said the barbecue, I'm sorry. The barbecue is for the fathers. And I'm glad somebody finally doing something for the fathers. Because, you know, even us good fathers, man, a lot of times on Father's Day, we might get some socks or a tie or something like that, you know, and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And to be perfectly honest, I hadn't planned on doing anything this weekend. I was just going to kind of chill at the house because, you know, my family kind of asked me, what do I want to do? Mm-hmm. And I said nothing. I just want to kind of relax, you know. But I'm going to be glad to come out to Airways and Ketchum on the 18th, this Saturday. And I'm going to help you.
Thank you so much.
Do whatever it is that you are trying to do.
Thank you.
So what made you want to do something for fathers?
Oh, wow. I got so many calls about the fathers. Mm-hmm. And I walk down the street, I drive down the street. I see so many fathers have lost hope. So many fathers have given up, threw in the towel. And I want to reach that one that feel like nobody cares. They feel like he's the black sheep of the family and let them know that somebody loves you, man. Get up. You made a mistake. Get up. Your relationship may not be right with your son, with your daughter, but get up. We all had to get up from something. And that's what Touched by an Angel is all about. Going to go there and touch their hearts and make them feel like they're somebody.
Wow. Pastor Hunter almost started preaching up here, y'all. But that's a good thing. You know, I am so glad that, and you're right. We have so many young men out here that are fathers. Some of them don't know how to be fathers. Some of them didn't have good examples to be able to go by. Some of them are living in communities or their circle does not provide them with a roadmap of what's expected of a father or what it is that they need to be doing.
Amen.
And I'm glad that you are taking the opportunity to actually do that for these young people. So what if somebody wants to give to your organization? How do they do that?
But I'm glad you asked that question. We have a GoFundMe set up.
Okay.
It's called touchedbyanangelman.com. TOUCHED by anangelman.com. And we need people just to close your eyes, pray for about 15 seconds, ask God what to give. Because we're not just here on Father's Day, Christmas. We out here twice a month, 3 times out in a month when the TV camera is not on us.
Right.
We out in the roughest neighborhood.
Okay.
And then I thank God because I was over on Latham and South Parkway, and one guy came to me. He said, you know what? If you didn't come around here today, I was going to rob somebody.
What?
So Touched by an Angel, we're making a difference. Jesus said the harvest is plentiful, but the labors are few. Where are the labors? They too busy, too lazy going to church. It's more to just going to church.
Wow.
And one thing I love about the people in the hood, if they don't like you, you're going to know about it.
Right.
But the people in the church, if they don't like you, they'll pretend.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Stop it, Pastor. Stop it. You know, that ain't going to go over well with some of them preachers. But the truth shall set you free.
Amen.
Hey, and the truth will touch you.
Amen.
And convict your spirit. If I'm on your street, I'm on your street.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So this is wonderful. And if, in fact, you have the ability and it's within your heart, I will tell you that I know what I saw out there last Christmas and what I see Pastor Hunter trying to do right there at the corner of Airway, you know, and it was amazing because I was surprised when somebody said they were going to be doing something at the corner of Airways and Ketchum. Because if you remember when young Dolph was killed, it wasn't just when he was killed, but even when they put the memorial up and young people were going back out to the memorial and individuals were driving by and somebody got shot out there again, even after young Dolph had been killed. And I'm saying, somebody want to do something at the corner of Airways and Ketchum? You know, and my wife was like, "Something, you going out there?" I was like, "Yeah, you know." whatever's going to happen, I'm a firm believer. What's going to happen is God's will. You can't run away from it. You can't hide. You know, if he wanted to get Mike Williams and Pastor Hunter right now, he collapsed this building.
And not only that, I would rather go to their hood and try to change their hood than for them to come to my hood and do something I don't want them to do.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I got you. So go to where the problem is and fix the problem at the root of the problem.
Absolutely.
See, it's these are the kind of things that I'm talking about when I talk about individuals that are actually out here in the community and they're actually doing the work.
Yes.
You know, as opposed to, you know, you always hear politicians and people saying, what are we going to do? How are we going to fix it? What are we going to do? It's people out there every day that are actually out here working to fix it. They're actually doing the work.
Yes.
And like we said earlier, they just don't have the resources to be able to touch as many people as they want to touch, or to be able to affect change the way that they want to affect change. But I'm so glad that some individuals have looked upon you and said, hey, look, let me bless you so you can bless somebody else.
Absolutely.
You know, because I'm sitting here going, they giving you houses, they giving you cars.
And also, I have people pulling me over saying, I'd rather give my tithes to you than to give it to my church because they're not doing nothing. They say you out here in the streets making a difference.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
But I give God the praise. It's not me. It's just God. I'm just a vessel.
Wow. Okay. I can hear that. What's up, Terry Cox? What's up, LaTanya Jefferson? I see you guys peeping in. And we have Miss Ayala,
I don't know.
Elo Ayala Hunter?
Yes, my daughter.
Okay.
In Brazil.
He like, oh, who that? Oh, no. Your daughter, that's who that is. Miss Hunter, watching all the way from Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay, so give them that website one more time.
Yes, the GoFundMe is Touch, TOUCHED, by an angelman.com. touchbyanangelman.com. You can go there, whatever you want to give, $5, $1, 500, 1,000, whatever God lay on your heart to give. It ain't how much you give, it's how much you give from the heart. I put it like this: if it don't hurt you to give, you ain't give enough.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say it again. If it don't hurt you to give, you haven't gave enough.
Look at that. Pastor preaching now. Pastor preaching. But like I said, I will tell you, just from my personal experience, Pastor Hunter is definitely doing what he says out in the community. I've seen him. I've seen his work. I've seen what he does. And a lot of people in the community that are not fortunate or that are falling on hard times, or individuals that are trying to rebound, Pastor Hunter has stepped up and he has actually given back to the community in a manner that I believe that would be pleasing to God. And he's at it again, y'all. He's at it again. So this Saturday, June 18th, 12 o'clock, the corner of Airways and Lamar. Tell your friends, tell somebody who may be in need, tell a father, and I'm going to try to see if I can get some of my friends to come out and help volunteer to get involved. I was at my Masonic meeting on Saturday, and I put it out to some of my Masonic brothers. So I'm looking for some of y'all to come out there, and some of you Masonic brothers to come out there and help out, because it's for fathers. Yes. And if in fact it's for fathers, we as men should be a shining example for those young men that you're trying to touch.
Absolutely.
So we always talk about what it is we want to do in the community. Terry Cox, I see you here. Who is the guest? The guest, Terry, is Pastor Hunter, who is the founder of Touched by an Angel. And he's having an event this Saturday, the 18th, at the corner of Airways and Ketchum. and he's going to be giving away food baskets. He's going to be barbecuing, and he said the barbecue is for the fathers, individuals, and he just wants to be able to show young men or to show fathers that may not be loved, or show them some love, and maybe be an example for them. And if in fact I guess they need counseling, or if they need some leadership or something like that, or somebody to talk to, he'll be willing to do that as well, to put them on the right path. Amen. And that's why I am saying, Terry, you've been looking for something to get into, I already know. So, hey, why don't you come out and hang out with me Saturday at the corner of Airways and Ketchum at 12 o'clock, and we'll serve some food, give away some food baskets. Part of being a Christian is service. Mm-hmm. And like Pastor Hunter said, it's not always in the church. And I was telling Pastor Don Johnson, of Oak Grove. I was at Oak Grove the other day, and I was telling him, I'm still looking for a church home, because I haven't found somewhere that I'm comfortable, and I haven't found somewhere that does the things that you're talking about. Because I got tired of all of that other stuff.
Amen.
I got tired of all of that other stuff.
Yes.
The big, beautiful churches are fine, all that kind of stuff, but I ain't finna go into that, because I'll start going down the road. But I give my money to people. Mm-hmm. People may say, I can't pay my utility bill. Mm-hmm. I may pay the utility bill. People may say, I don't have any food in the house. I may help people out buy food. That's my tithe.
Amen. That's right.
That's my tithe.
Yes.
And I've even had somebody to tell me, Pastor, that ain't tithing. I said, what? Where'd you get that from? Well, you still got to give to the church. I said, Pastor, but I just gave $800 to pay somebody's utility bill. That's more than what I'm supposed to be tithing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, but God has blessed me, and I wanted to bless somebody else.
That's right.
Because you got a lot of people may come to some churches and they need their utility bill paid, and don't nobody pay it.
That's right.
You got some people that may come to the church looking for, God, don't even get me started. Wow. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Mm-hmm. So I have kind of been without a church home for a while. Yeah. Okay.
God got the right one for you.
Well, but me and my wife, we've been talking about it, and we got to find somewhere. We both kind of decided that we needed to find another church home. Mm-hmm. And you're right. When God put it on our hearts, wherever it is we land, He'll have us there.
I tell you what, if God don't find a church for you, it's because He's preparing you to get started.
Oh, don't start no stuff, Pastor Hunter. Don't start no stuff. We ain't trying to start no church. Anyway. What's your first name, Pastor Hunter?
Larry.
Larry Hunter. Terry Cox said, what's your first name? His name is Larry Hunter. Larry Hunter. Terry Cox. Terry Cox is the owner.
Okay.
Precision. Is it Precision Painting, Terry? Precision Painting? Is that it? Anyway, type in the name of your business, Terry. But Terry got all kinds of stuff going on.
Okay.
He's always giving back to the community, always helping people out.
Can I throw something out here?
Go ahead.
If anyone knows someone have a concession stand that they're not using, we could use it. We want to go to the hood every Sunday and give out hot dogs and different stuff. Oh, wow. To try to take a bite out of crime. So if you know someone have a concession stand that they're not using, or God may lay on your heart to buy, Touched by an Angel, a concession stand. We need that, because it's going to get hot, and when it gets hot, crime is going to go up.
Come on.
We need your help. I'm calling on the church. I'm calling on the saints of God, the ones that go to church. Listen, we need your help. Touched by an Angel organization need your help. We need a concession stand.
Okay. Well, all right. Angel has just signaled me. We only have 1 minute. If, in fact, God puts it on your heart and you want to do something, please go to touchedbyangel.com. Touched, TOUCHEDBY, and
touchedbyangelman.com.
Byangelman.com. Okay. Touchedbyangelman.com. Hey, Pastor Hunter, thank you so much for stopping by, brother.
Thank you, my brother.
Man, I appreciate you. Yes, you. We're going to be out there at the corner of Airways and Ketchum this Saturday at noon. And Pastor Hunter going to be or he gonna have somebody cooking on the grill, and they're gonna be giving out food baskets and all that kind of stuff, doing great things in the community. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir, for having me.
So until next week, same time, same location. Oh, and I got some good guests coming up. Like I said, Mr. Worth Morgan, possibly DA Amy Warwick. Trying to get Mayor Harris, okay? Mayor Harris, I'm trying to get you. Anyway, so until next week, same time, same location, be trying to get you. Anyway, so until next week, same time, same location, be blessed, be strong, be encouraged, and we'll see you next week.
God bless you.
SCP.